Now, in addition to social media, another big type of platform that search engines like Google actually respect out of authority is something called blogs. I'm sure many of us have heard of blogs. Many of you probably already have a blog as well. But as a platform, this can also be used as an effective marketing strategy for you to promote your products and services with search engines in combination with social media and now free blogging platforms. First, let me explain our intention of creating all of these different blogs. It's easy to question why we may want to create blogs when we have social media profiles, pages, and groups, as well as videos promoting all of our Google sites for us. A major reason, as we mentioned before, is that we also want to make sure that our promotional efforts include both quality as well as high quantity types of backlinks as well as traffic generation strategies. So the first point of using blogs is traffic generation. You see, when done correctly, the blogs that you will be creating have an extremely high chance of ranking well in the search engines, especially authority blogs. What do we mean by authority blogs? Authority blogs are blogs that are built on an authority blogging platform, such as Blogger or WordPress. And you have also, over time, created enough content, created enough value for users to visit and actually be able to find answers to their questions as well as solutions to their problems. Because these blogs have the capability of attracting a lot of traffic, we want to make sure that when people find our blogs, our posts, our images from these blogs in the search engines, that they click through to our blog post. And what we want to do is we want to funnel these visitors back to our main sites or affiliate link directly. Because search engines like Google look very highly on these types of blogs for valuable content. Each and every single blog, as well as each pieces of content contained within those blogs, all have a possible position to be ranked in the search results. For example, let's say we go back to Google. On a search for Internet Marketing Insider Secrets, which is the name of one of my programs, you will see that out of 1.15 million search results, my website, simonliang.com, which also happens to be a blog, is page 1, number 1. But when you take a look at page 1, number 2, you will actually see that it is a WordPress.com page. Okay, so this essentially is also a blog. When you click through to the blog itself, you will actually see that there's not much content on there at all. Yet, we followed the on-page optimization strategies. Insider Marketing, Insider Secrets is up here as the headline. We have the sub-headline, we have the image over here, and then we have the contact for more information, call to action. That's it. Yet, it is still at the very top of the Google search results. Why? Because it is a WordPress.com platform. It's a WordPress.com site. It's also considered to be a blog, just like anything else that would be built using WordPress.com. Because each blog, as well as page, using any one of the blogging platforms that we're talking about here, has a possible position in the search results, it also means that they are perfectly capable of ranking highly, which means that they can be found, which means that they can attract more visitors to your particular site. So that's the traffic generation aspect of it. The second point of having a blog is to increase your conversion. In other words, we want to make sure that as much as possible, we get as many people as we can to take the action that we want them to take, which will make us a commission or a sale. With a blog, this is a lot easier for you to do because you will have more space to provide more content and to provide more value. And when you're talking about providing value, make sure that you're giving people tips, answers and solutions to the various problems that they are looking to resolve. On your blogs, you can also use this to effectively pre-sell any of the affiliate products or any of your own physical or information products that you would like to promote. When people are coming to your site for the very first time, chances are they don't know who you are. They have no idea if you'll be able to help them. And it's because of this value that you give them. It's because of this content, this information of tips and strategies that you ultimately will be able to provide to them. This is the entire process which will help you warm up a completely cold lead into a potential buyer. It will also help you increase the chances of sales on both your landing pages as well as your main affiliate page. If you take a look at one of my earlier blogs from Blogspot, which is Blogger, you will see that this is not professionally done by any means. In fact, this entire template was created by Blogger and provided for free to be used in the platform itself. I mean, you can come see it for yourself if you want. Type in sileung.blogspot.com. And that's it. Okay, and once you hit on enter or return, it will redirect you to this blog right here. My very first post back on April 5th, 2006, because I'm in Asia right now. This is one day ahead, which is being registered as April 6, 2006. But this blog was created over 10 years ago. If you want to see more about this, scroll to the side. Take a look at last post. Take a look at some of the archives. You will see that we have done a lot in order to provide content, provide value, provide information to whoever is coming to read the blog. And at the time that I actually posted this over 10 years ago, these were live, active affiliate links, which would take them back to my affiliate sites or my own sites or my own pages and products and companies and services. So whatever intention you have when you're creating these blog posts, whatever websites that you want to send them to, simply make sure that you have live links that will link them back, sending a backlink to the page that you want to promote, and eventually drive more traffic to that site. And with the addition of all of these different pieces of content, you're providing value, you're providing good information. People will start to know you, like you, and trust you. You will eventually be able to increase your conversions even more. So those are the 2 points of having a blog. We want to make sure that we have traffic, and we also want to make sure that we have higher conversions. As you can see from this chart, some of my top traffic sources, other than search engines, they include many different social media sites. You can see from here, we have traffic coming from Twitter, from YouTube, and after over 10 years, I'm still getting traffic coming from MySpace as well as Facebook. But blogging on its own, the variety of blogs, this deserves its own category, because multiple different platforms, including real websites, free platforms, and other blogs that I have created and built myself with my own domain names, they are responsible for driving the majority of the traffic back to my sites, which is responsible for making the majority of the sales. So don't look down on this strategy. In addition to using search engines, you also want to use social media, and now we also want to emphasize taking advantage of the power of blogs. Here are some of the top blogging platforms that you can sign up for free, which are also considered to be high authority by the search engines. This includes Blogger as well as WordPress, two of the platforms that we have mentioned several times during this training so far. But in addition, there's also HubPages, TypePad, Tumblr, Xanga, LiveJournal, ClearBlogs, as well as WetPaint, which are all equally as high quality and also have high chances of being displayed in the search engines as well. Take note of these top blogging site resources because your next exercise is to set up your very first blog. Now for this particular exercise, you don't necessarily have to write anything just yet. If you haven't already, what we're saying is that you need to actually create your first Blogger or WordPress account before you can start to add any content inside. Okay, so choose either Blogger or WordPress, or even both if you want to. Go to blogger.com and wordpress.com, create your account, and if it asks you for your username, you can basically use your brand or your keyword, which can be used for the account name and also for the purpose of being included inside your descriptions, which will also give you some additional on-page optimization benefits. For future posts, which we're going to be talking about next, what you need to remember to do is to use your keywords, the one that you want to target for, and you want to put them in the title of your posts. You're also going to want to include them in the URLs, as well as whenever possible, it asks you to enter in your tags. Now, one thing to note, even though we talked about on-page optimization earlier, what we discussed are some of the most fundamentals, which are also the most important as far as on-page SEO is concerned. However, it is important for you to understand that those are not the only criteria. After this exercise, in the next video, I will explain more about what else you would need to do in order to maximize your on-page SEO efforts.